Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine. Everyone.
Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine.
Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prachadine Nirvishesha Sunyavari Ashtati
Namaste
Saraswati Devi
Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Kashasha Deshatarine
Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadada Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda
Jaya Sri Krishna
Chaitanya
Prabhu
Prabhu
Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasari Gaura Bhaktavrinda
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Rama
Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama Rama Rama Rama Hare Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Thank you so much. And we have a lot of stories today, so I hope we don't overshoot too much. Okay, so we have taken the darshan of Sri Jana Baladev Subhadra Maharani. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Surun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vigna Vinasha Narsimha Iti Namine Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Everyone, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Hare.
I'm gonna make somebody as co-host just please because today the network has been really Kartini Haji, yeah. Yes, co-host.
Sorry, Mataji.
I make you as co-host, yeah, because I'm scared I'll be kicked out. The network is pretty bad today.
Okay, Mataji.
Srila Prabhupada ki.
Jai.
Okay, so as usual, we're going to do a recap, and the title for the previous week was Dharma. Okay, so do you all remember something from the previous class, last class? Why do we commit sin? Why? What is that one word answer? Remember, the father was holding the boy doesn't know that he's actually stepping on an ant, and why that happened? Because of it starts from I,
ignorance.
ignorance, ignorance. Huh? Okay, because you don't know that is good, you don't know that is right. So we continue going with our usual thing because we don't know. So not knowing certain things is called ignorance. Okay, so you have to look for real knowledge. So real knowledge triggers us to, when you get knowledge, what does it make you to do? What does it make you do? When you're getting knowledge, what do you do? What a human being does. The difference between human and animal. Ask
Real
question.
knowledge triggers us to ask relevant questions.
Yes, okay. Real knowledge triggers to ask relevant questions. Okay, one example that we commit sin every day. One example. What is that we do every day? Unintentionally, we are committing sin. We did few examples, right? Where's Param Prabhu? Is not here. Come on.
Cooking.
One example.
Unintentional cooking.
What else? There are few things that we discussed, isn't it? We had nice about it.
We said of
Hmm? Breathing,
oh,
right? Drinking, harvesting, crops, all this involve killing of animals. So we are doing it unintentionally. Okay, so that's one, unintentional. Okay, so how about doing good things? What do you get when you do good things? When you do bad things, you get bad reaction. When you do good things, what do you get? What do we get?
No suffering.
Sorry, Mataji.
No suffering.
Okay, what else? I mean, keep it very simple. Yeah. As long as you are in material world, there are suffering. Suffering is part and parcel of the material world, so you can't escape from that. But there is a reward when you do good things. So what is that?
Devotional activity.
Okay, devotional activity is our karma. You will not have a reaction. So there is something that gives you reaction, which could be good and bad, and something that gives you no reaction. So that's no reaction is the devotional service, which is our karma. But when you do something, you will either get good reaction or you'll get bad reaction. So generally, when we do bad things, we know we get bad reactions. bad karma. When we do good things like charity, lots of yajna, we are very pious. What kind of reward we get? What kind of credit that we get? What do you call that?
Peace of mind,
Like
happiness, satisfaction.
some more?
Goodness.
No, I'm still not getting that.
Niskarma. Is it?
What is that?
Niskarma karma yoga, Mataji.
No. I actually said that word just now. When you do bad things, you get bad karma. When you do good things, what do you get?
Good karma, Mataji.
Okay, what is another word for that?
Pious
Yes.
activity.
Yeah, who said that? Pious. Okay. So there is the reward for doing good things, which is pious karma. You get pious karma, piety. Okay. However, what is the flip side effect of this pious activity? What is the flip side of it? The other side of it, the disadvantage of it. Generally, we want to do lots of good things because we know naturally we'll get good things back. Okay, what goes around comes around. However, what is the disadvantage of accumulating this pious karma aside bad karma? What is the flip side effect?
Go back.
Everyone, you
Go
all
back.
never realize the PDF. Kata Priya Mataji, just give them the chance, so later you can come to our rescue.
Okay.
Okay. Siapa lagi? Rajina Mataji. What is the flip side effect of these pious activities?
You get good results.
Okay, so what happens when you're accumulating good results?
Then you need to born again to enjoy these good results.
That's right. So is that a problem or not?
Yeah, it's a problem because we don't want to be born again while enjoying the good effects.
What comes along with that?
Yeah.
What comes along with that when you are born, when we are born again? Is taking birth is the only problem?
Suffering comes.
Old age, disease,
Yes, Rajina Mataji, can you say that?
a birth, and after that followed by old age, disease, and then death.
Yeah, this is the flip side effect of pious activity. Okay, you may be do to enjoy your pious rewards. However, you still have to birth. Birth is painful. Getting old is painful. Getting diseases is painful. Dying is painful. Okay? So even the richest man will have to go through this. Nobody can escape. That is why it is called a real problem. Okay, not relative problem. Relative problem is what could be a problem for you may not be a problem for me. What could be a problem for me may not be a concern for you. Okay, so that is relative problem. Sometimes you can relate, sometimes you can't relate. But a real problem, birth, death, old age, and disease are a real problem for everyone, and everybody needs to transcend that. Okay, until and unless you stop this accumulation of good karma and bad karma, be it good or be it bad, okay, we have to take birth and come back and enjoy or suffer those effects. So what is that karma yoga that we learn can give us escape from here, from this place? Because you have to live. So to live, you have to do lots of activity. You have to go to work, you have to scold people, you have to talk to people, you have to do a lot of things, you have to earn money, and then you have to buy money, you have to give money for so many things. Okay, and in that process, it's very much inevitable for you to incur this. You cannot avoid. Sometimes you do incur karma, you do incur good karma. All right. Now, how do we purify that? How do we go about that? No way escape from this cycle. What do we do? can we like sit still without doing anything? Okay, I don't want to do anything because if I do this, I'm going to get bad reaction. If I do this, I'm going to get good reaction. So I might as well don't do anything. Is that how we manage it? What did we learn? What did we learn the last week?
Is it Bhakti Yoga, Mataji?
Okay, so what is that? Before Bhakti Yoga, what was that? Bhakti Yoga means doing devotional service for Krishna. Before that, just before that. Not everybody.
Transcendental knowledge, Amma.
Okay, so what we are discussing now is the transcendental knowledge. Okay, the whole thing is transcendental knowledge. Now, not everybody can take up Bhakti Yoga immediately. Not everybody can be a devotee, cannot worship Krishna immediately. But what is the first step that they can do?
Chant or have Mahaprasad? I'm not sure.
Okay, that one all Bhakti Yoga already.
Right.
Already.
Is it karma yoga?
Okay, what is Karma Yoga? I gave two steps of Karma Yoga last class. Do you all remember?
Sakama karma.
What is Sakama Karma Yoga, Roja Mataji? What is the other one then? Opposite is
Nishkama karma.
Nishkama. What is Nishkama? Nish. No, Nish. Nishkama. Hey, kita buka PDF ni. See how much time we are spending?
Yeah.
I'm sure you can. The word is somewhere, they're all jumbled up already. So now I'm like trying to put it out, spell it out nicely, iron it out. What is in Karma Yoga chapter? What is your idea about Karma Yoga? Most of you have done level 1 and some of you have done level 1 and level 2. And also we have covered this. What is this Karma Yoga? Actually, what does Krishna wants us to do?
Is it do your activities or work as a sacrifice to Krishna?
Okay, before that,
Think of him, devotional services.
all right, before that, how do you actually tell a totally new person, a person who's totally new to this transcendental knowledge?
Mataji, you should conquer
Know about Krishna.
and study. You must be spiritually intelligent through Krishna conscious.
What is the first step of
Listening.
this?
Listening.
Knowing oneself in the
Listening.
transcendental knowledge of sense, mind, and intelligence.
Oh, okay, very, very high already. Now, my question is, Bhakti Yoga is the culmination of all the yoga. But I'm asking about the first yoga. What yoga? What is
Everything
Bhakti
do not
yoga,
affect
then
the
karma yoga.
the Karma Yoga is correct, but I want you to define what is that Karma Yoga. Explain.
Oh, you're asking us what is karma yoga?
Yes.
First thing, maybe to know who you are.
Okay. All right. That's why Krishna started with chapter 2, body and soul, Sankhya. Okay. Next. After knowing that you are the soul, that is a super soul, what's next? How this Karma Yoga? How do you relate to Karma Yoga?
Is it do not enjoy the fruition actions?
Yes.
Yeah, what to do and what not to do.
Yes, very good. Okay. Can you rephrase that, Roja Mataji?
Whatever you do as a sacrifice to the to Krishna, and do
Before
not
before that. What is that? Sometimes, Albert Einstein, he's not an atheist. He's not an atheist, but he believes in something superior. It's just that he's not a religious person. He doesn't believe in some forms or there is a god with such and such name, such and such form, but he believes in there is a superpower above everything. Okay, and he is called a karma yogi, an example or perfect example of karma yogi. So what does that mean? Karma means, right? It's work. Yoga means the art of connection. So what is this? Okay, Mataji is very, very close. Okay, Nishkama Karma Yoga is the correct way of doing things. But I want you to tell me, is this karma yoga? I want to get that right word so you can understand what is this that we are studying right now. Does it sound difficult? Actually, it's not difficult. If I tell you the answer, you think, this one, like that, you think. Anybody want to try?
Precept duty.
Wait, Amataji.
Mm.
I think Param Prabhu, you're there, but we are not into Bhakti Yoga yet. How have you changed the way you are carrying out your things now?
Yeah.
After all the explanation I gave, you're changing your consciousness when you do work,
way
when
you
you do
think.
perform the duty for the family. So how have your consciousness changed? What is that key word?
Surrender. Is it?
Not yet, Mataji. Before you surrender, what are we asking? What Krishna is asking us to do? Okay, you can't sit still without doing anything. So there is a point here. Okay, because when you do an action, it's going to give you a bad reaction or a good reaction. Now you're going to take the middle path. So what is the middle path? Other than
Fulfill your duty with being selfless.
Kartini Mataji, repeat that.
Selflessly fulfill your duties without expecting anything in return.
You're there, Mataji. So what is that actually?
Be a servant of Krishna.
Oh, doing service without
Doing work.
without thinking of having return.
Okay. Roja Mataji has mentioned that, Param Prabhu has mentioned it, Kartini Mataji has also mentioned it. So it's basically perform your duty without expecting fruity results, or perform your duties without attachment.
Expecting anything in return.
Yes, right. So you are doing your limbs working, your fingers working, your legs all working, your mouth working, everything is working, but your consciousness is detached from the fruit because you're just performing your duties. In such circumstance or situation, you are not incurring any reaction. Okay, so that is the beginning of Karma Yoga. And that is chapter 4, Transcendental Knowledge. Chapter 5, Krishna says Karma Yoga in Krishna consciousness, which means now you're surrendering the result to Krishna. So that is different. First, you're detaching your consciousness from the fruit. But later on, when you get the transcendental knowledge, now you know where the result should go to. And that is called Buddhi Yoga or Bhakti Yoga. It's very near. Understand? This is Karma Yoga. That is why Einstein, even though he's not a devotee, but he is technically a Karma Yogi. But he is very detached. I think you know that he's not. When he died, he's not a wealthy person, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, I think he only had a bicycle or something. Okay, so like that, he's very detached. Okay, very important. Karma. This karma topic is very important. Okay, because it's going to be our daily life. This is going to be our daily thing. Every moment, everything that you do, consciousness has to be detached, or you have to mold or dovetail your consciousness accordingly. Okay. All right. So we are done with the recap. We are going to go to the analyzer question. Okay. The question for today is: gift would you give someone who is very dear to you? So before that, it's clear, right? Is it very bombastic? Or is it still not clear? Is it very difficult? Can I hear from someone? What do you think, Param Prabhu? Is it very difficult, this topic about Karma Yoga?
What we want to give to our dearest, right?
No. Karma, the topic that we just recap. Is it very difficult to understand and practice?
It depends on situation and the person, right?
But how about the understanding?
With this knowledge now, what we would like to give is give them mukti lah, right? If possible. But do you have the power to give?
About Karma Prabhu, the Karma Yoga just now.
No, what gift you want to give?
Oh, this
Blessing
one. Oh,
from
you are
Krishna?
answering this. Okay. Carry on, Prabhu.
So we want Krishna to give everybody the blessing to reach his lotus feet, right?
Oh
Can
wow,
we
so you
have the power, right?
yes,
That is the
that's very
second
good.
question, right?
Okay, so you actually you want to give Krishna to everyone. That's very nice,
Yeah.
Prabhu.
So to speak, lah.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, actually that's the best that we can give, because that effect will last forever. Forever. The gift will not become obsolete or depreciate in value. Okay, forever. All right. Next. Anyone else? What gift would you give someone who is very dear to you? Kala Mataji.
Mataji, just an example, today is my husband's birthday. So,
Happy birthday.
thank you. I just present to him a
Yeah, happy
shirt,
birthday.
Mataji.
Good.
Yeah, I just bought for him a shirt. And then we went to temple, Mataji, that's it.
Oh, very nice. You made it for the class.
Yeah.
Very sweet of you, Mataji. Your
Yeah, thank you.
husband's birthday. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so the shirt, may I ask a question? So the shirt that you gave him is something that you like, or something that you think that he likes, he would like? What was your intent?
He would like.
He would like. Yeah,
I
that is a
just
good
choose
point.
the color. Yeah, I just choose the color that he liked, Mataji.
Yes, okay. That's one point that I want to check just now. Thank you,
Yeah.
Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Pushpa Mataji, what gift would you give someone who's very dear to you? What is your
What
opinion
would I
about
give someone who's very dear to me?
Hmm.
I would bless him so that he will find the right path towards Krishna. Be in Krishna's puja, because it's only with his Krishna's grace that you can come on this path. Otherwise, it's not easy to reach here.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right, Mataji. You are like Param Prabhu as well. How about recently, have you gifted something to someone?
Recently, actually, all the time.
Okay, so what's the latest thing? What did you gift someone?
I gave to someone recently. Whose birthday was it? Too many people in the family. Anyway, recently I bought my granddaughter beautiful gift, which made her very happy. So she was delighted, because children, when you give them something that they like toys or dresses, they feel very delighted, because they're young, they're only 7-8 years old. So
is that a toy or dress?
No, I gave her actually I gave her a pair of earrings, gold earrings, and a dress.
Yeah, so she likes it.
She loved it.
Okay. You knew that she's gonna like it.
I know she likes my taste. I don't know.
Okay.
Whenever I buy her something, she gets delighted.
Okay, that's great. Okay. So happy belated birthday to, this is Kush Mataji's daughter, I believe.
No. That one is, her birthday is coming in September. This is my son's daughter. My son's daughter. She is 7 years old.
Okay. Right. So, very nice. We are talking about gifts today. So when we love someone, we want to give them something that they like.
Appreciate. Yes.
Something they like, something that they want, or something they need. Okay, not what we want or what we like.
Yes, precisely.
Right?
Yeah.
So we want to find out what that person like. We want to understand them, get to know them, and then we want to give them the best. So this is the point of this Energizer question, and that is the opening of the topic for this week. We are in week 10, yeah. Okay, so we want to know what the Lord would like from us. Okay, how would we possibly can give something to God? He is giving us everything. He is the benefactor. He is providing everything. How can we possibly give something to him? But Krishna is so merciful that he's telling us what we can give him. Okay, so with that, we are entering week 10, offering to the Lord. Okay, Saraswati Karpya Mataji, you are here. Okay, we have both Saras here. I'm going to rename. So, Saras Mataji, usually how do I rename you? K Saras or Saras K?
Saras K.
Saras. Okay, Saras Mataji. Oops. I'm changing to Saras K. You are Karupya, is it Mataji? Saras K.
Yes, Mataji. I'm Kanpuya.
Okay, so this is.
Or you want to put just SK also is okay.
Because we have. You are speaking, so I don't want to call the wrong name. Okay, K Saras Mataji, right? You are going to speak on 9.26, right? I hope I'm right. Mataji, Saras Mataji, right? Mataji, are you there?
K Saras.
Okay, hang on. Okay, let me look at the message. Saraswati Karupya, which one?
I'm the one.
Okay, K Saras, right, Mataji? Okay, you are the one going to present this 9.26, right?
No, Mataji, I'm not prepared. Just now I came in, then something went wrong. So I'm like lost.
Okay, okay.
Sorry.
Is there anybody? No problem. Is there anybody can present just 1 minute explanation on 9.26? Anyone? Anyone? This verse we have pretty often. Otherwise, I'm gonna call my senior
You want me
student.
to read, Mataji?
Can you also explain, Prabhu? Have you seen this verse before?
No, first time.
Okay, you can read, Prabhu. You can read. I'm gonna call somebody else to explain.
If one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, a fruit, or water, I will accept it.
Hey, very good. What do
Okay,
you think,
Mataji.
Prabhu? What is your understanding?
I
I'm
will accept it.
ready into it now.
Okay.
Okay. To my understanding, whatever one can afford, you offer it with love to Krishna, he will accept it. Accept it.
Okay. So it's a very important element here in this verse. There's something that
Love and devotion.
Oh, love and devotion.
Not
Very
only
good.
love.
So you've got that. Love, devotion, loving devotion. Okay, very nice. Okay, because we can't possibly give anything that befits Krishna's opulence. He's full with opulence. How can we give? So he's very kindly, he has deduced it to these 4 items. Okay, have more? Yes, we can give more and see what that is possible for us. You can say offer food, but if the food has onion garlic, I mean, if your house is on daily basis you've been cooking with onion garlic, that's not a problem. You can just offer rice with yogurt and some salt. That also can be offered. Okay, what else? If you are going to start slowly, then you can slowly start with chapati, some small side dish without onion garlic, and then you offer to Krishna. So before you start, before you eat, then you offer the first one, maybe a first 2 chapati with milk. After that, you continue doing your chapati, right? Then you take the offered chapati, you put together with the other cooked chapati, then everything else will be deemed as offered. So you can do that. Okay. Otherwise, if you're single or you're a student, you don't have cooking facility, then you can offer milk, it's fresh milk. You can just boil if you have facility, boil that, and you can put some brown sugar in it, and then you put tulsi on it. You offer. If you totally have nothing, like your family is against, you have issues, there is totally no facility, and you can just take fresh water, not pipe water. Fresh means not pipe water. It's the water that you drink. Okay, so let's say you have a dispenser, isn't it? filter water dispensers. You take that. You have a separate cup for Krishna. You take that. You put tulasi. You make sure you rinse the tulasi. You put it on the water and give it to Krishna. So that cup you only use for Krishna. After that, you take it out. Okay, when you after prayers, you take it out. You can pour the water into your water bottle or the jug that you take. All right. You can put that and wash the cup and put it away nicely. Okay. So the advice is that if you do your offering, you take out the offering, that plates that you use to offer food to Krishna, you wash first. After you transfer back to your main pot, you wash first, put it away nicely, and then only you start eating. Okay, you can't chuck that plates. Okay, never mind, I will wash Krishna's plates later. I'm going to eat first because I'm super hungry. No, even before offering, you have to reasonably clean your kitchen first. Okay, and then only you can offer. You can't offer with the kitchen. It's like a storm like that. Okay, reasonably. Okay, as much as you can. And then before eating, wash Krishna's plates first, and then only you eat. Okay, and recently I shared one quote, right? That you must have 2 sponges. So which means you have 1 sponge and 1 soap to wash the pots that you used to cook at home. Okay, so this is not only for devotees. Generally, anyone should have this kind of a standard in your kitchen. So you have that. Even if you don't have 2 sinks, like myself, I don't have 2 sinks. I don't have 2 kitchens. I have 2 sponges. So you have 1 sponge with 1 soap or to wash the utensils that you use for cooking and Krishna's offering plates, and another one you have sponge and soap to wash the plates that we eat on, our fork and spoon, our cups, our knives, or whatever, our plate. So you don't mix that because you're not going to eat from the pot that you cook, isn't it? So how can we mix the sponge? So that is the standard. Okay, this is when and where it's convenient or practical. Okay, so there are different standards. Okay, so this is pretty basic. You can do that. Even non-devotees house, I do see you have 2 kitchens. Okay, so I think it's this is an understanding. Okay, this is all cooking place, and this is all after you eat, you go and wash your stuff. Okay, so that is the understanding. Okay, all right. So you can really offer water. That is very simple with tulasi. Okay, if you want to know more, you can PM me. Okay, so you can doing that. All right, so this is how we deal with the God this way. Okay, hold on. Okay. So the beginning is offering. We are taking. We cannot keep taking and taking. We have to give. Okay. All right. And if somebody say, I'm such a poor man, I cannot offer anything. Okay. Generally offering means people think, oh, it has to be elaborate, expensive thing. Okay, it doesn't have to be. All right. So that's why Krishna has given water, leaf, fruit, or what else? Leaf, flower, fruit, or water. Okay, anybody can have access to this. All right, next we have a story time here. Okay, Vasimataji, to the stage, please.
Hare Krishna Matajis and Prabhus.
We are eager to hear.
Okay, so today I will be storying about Krishna and the fruit seller. It is the cutest story. Okay, one day while Krishna was playing with Balaram and his other friends, he heard the voice of a woman at the street. So immediately he wanted to buy some of the fruits over there. She is selling the fruits basically. So he wanted to get some fruits. Hello?
Yes, can hear Mataji, carry on.
Okay, so he wanted to get some fruits from the fruit seller, but he had no money. He had no money to buy it. And he just went straightly to her and asked for, I want to eat the fruits. Give me some of them. And the fruit seller actually said, what will you give me in return? So Krishna has nothing in return. What he did is he ran back to backyard and he noticed a lot of grains stocked nearby. So what he did is he collected a handful of grains in his tiny hands. Sorry.
Hold on.
Yeah. sorry. So what he did is he collected the grains, a handful of grains in his tiny hands, and then ran to the street back to the fruit seller. So she was waiting over there. And then what happened is Krishna said to her that I have brought a lot of grains with me. You can take for the fruits. And the fruit seller said, there are no grains on your hands. And Krishna looked at his hands, and surprisingly, there is nothing on his hand, because all the grains actually fell down because his hand is too little. And what happened is the fruit seller looked at Krishna's face and said, if you call me mother and sit on my lap, I will give you all the fruits to you. And Krishna looked at his surrounding, if there is anyone, and when he confirmed there is no one, he jumped into the lady's lap and then said, mother. After that, he demanded the fruits in return. So the fruit seller was very delightful, and she gave all the fruits to him. Then what happened is Krishna left the place while dancing. And the cutest part is he held the fruits against his chest with his both cute little hands. So afterwards, when the lady actually crossed across the Yamuna river, she felt that the basket is too heavy for her. So she actually put it down, and when she looked into the basket, she couldn't believe her eyes, as the basket was full of jewelries. So, and after that, she don't know what to do with the jewelries. Sorry. Mataji, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, she don't know what to do with the jewelries. She threw away all the jewelries into the Yamuna river, and she started to sing Govinda Damodara Madhaveti song, and she felt very happy on that moment. So what we get from this story is actually anything that offered to Krishna with love and affection, as we mentioned and discussed earlier, Krishna will return to us, return to his devotee 1,000-fold of increase of love and affection. Yeah. Sorry, Mataji, if there is any wrong or mistakes done by.
Definitely so sweet. Definitely, Mataji, what do you think?
Very beautifully said, Mataji. Very beautifully said.
Very sorry, Mataji, because this is my first time. I'm not sure.
Mataji, don't be sorry. You narrated the story pretty well.
From the heart, right?
Thank you, Mataji.
Very sweet, Mataji. I knew you can do it.
Thank you,
Okay,
Mataji.
thank you so much. It's a very short notice, and I just suddenly thought of asking you to narrate it. Thank you so much, Mataji. Yeah, okay, so there's I've heard a slightly different version, slightly only. Generally, it's correct. I mean, it's all correct. A slightly version is that Krishna will say the father is doing this barter system with the fruit seller. Usually they give coins that time, right? So they will give something and then they will get back something in return. So he saw the father was giving a bag of grains to the fruit lady, and then the fruit lady give fruits, and then they distribute like that. So that is why Krishna thought, okay, I want to buy this, and I know the practice is to give something, and then only we can get that. All right, so he ran, he saw, like Mataji explained, all that is correct. He grabbed a handful of grain and he ran. So while running, his little hand got holes, right? So the grains all started falling. And by the time he comes and show them, look, I have so much of rice, take it and give me whatever you can give, like that. And then the fruit lady will see there's like few grains sticking. Oh, this is more than enough. Come put on my basket, like that. So she will make him to dust off the remaining grains in her basket, and she tried to give more, but because Krishna's hand so small, so cute, so he can only take 3, like that. Like Mataji explained, he hugged it to the chest. So those grains actually expanded and changed to expensive jewels. Okay, so what she gave was, she could give everything, okay, but and she was so purchased by Krishna's cuteness and neatness and everything. So she just actually got sold. She was sold in that way. All right. So so the Krishna is not only taking the fruit, so he's for that pastime he's asking for fruit. Actually, he wants that love from that fruit vendor lady, and which she's waiting to give. Okay, otherwise she would be saying, oh, this rice grain is it's not equivalent to the value of my fruits. No, she wouldn't do it. She would have done that, but she did not. Okay, so that's a very nice, sweet pastime, very nice exchange between Krishna and vendor lady. This story you can tell any children. Okay, they just melt, and Mataji has narrated it very nicely. Okay, so she didn't want anything because Krishna's satisfaction. Because of Krishna's satisfaction, her container, her basket got filled with jewels. Okay, Krishna doesn't need, because it is said that Radharani make dishes for Krishna and she doesn't repeat the dishes. Okay, so can you imagine? All right, so this is thinking time. Is the Lord waiting to receive our offering? Thinking time. So if it's thinking time, then I probably need answers from you all. Okay, so what do you think? Do you think the Lord is waiting to receive our offerings? If yes, why? If no, why? Who has not spoken yet? Sarasky Mataji. Mataji. Saras Karupan Mataji.
Is he waiting to receive our offerings? He has everything. He wants to see the way whatever we want to eat, we offer to him, then take the remnants.
Okay. Yes.
So to be blessed, so that we are not eating sin.
Okay, so he's helping us to not to incur sin. Oh, sorry. The laptop accidentally closed because it's a mini laptop, so fragile. Am I audible now?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes,
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, so like Mataji explained, okay, just make sure the recording is on. Okay, as Mataji explained that Krishna doesn't want us to take the sin, so he's allowing us to offer to him so he can take care of it. Okay, he will remove the remaining sins there, because even though it's vegetarian, remember, there are unintentional sins committed during the process. Okay, so Krishna feels happy when we give him something with love, although everything belongs to him. It's just like, the concept is just like you're the father or the mother, you provide everything for the family. And when your child comes and give you something with the pocket money that you gave, and then they save and then they give you, so what do you feel? Are you like are you going to be so excited about the object that they are giving you, or the intention, the thoughts that they put in to want to give something to see you happy? All right, so basically that is the concept. Okay, so Krishna will never discriminate the level of offering that you're doing. So don't worry whether it's not opulent, no enough ghee or not enough sugar. Okay, not necessary. Okay, so let's move on. He doesn't need anything as everything belongs to him. So do you remember the 6 opulence of the Lord? Now, question time. What are the 6 opulences?
Fame, beauty, renunciation, strength, wisdom, and oh my gosh,
Wealth.
wealth.
Okay, Vasuki Mataji, can you do all 6?
Sorry, Mataji. Repeat, is it?
Opulence of Krishna?
Strength, wealth, beauty, knowledge, fame. Another one is
The longest.
Renunciation.
Yeah, renunciation.
Okay, let's try one more person. Param Prabhu. Maybe for another one after Param Prabhu. Param Prabhu.
Knowledge.
Okay.
Wealth. Strength.
Okay.
Beauty. Renunciation.
Okay.
One more. One more I can't remember.
Fame.
Fame. Okay.
Okay, one more person. Saraswati Mataji.
That's beauty,
Okay.
strength,
Yes.
fame,
Okay.
knowledge, renunciation, wealth.
Okay. Ada lagi.
That's all, no?
Okay, very good. So please remember these 6 opulence of the Lord. Who gave this definition? We covered in our week, Who is God? Who gave this definition? Who gave these criteria? Some Muni, right? What's his name?
Prasarana something.
Parasara Muni. Vishnu Purana. Parasara Muni.
And Parasara Muni. And who is Parasara Muni?
Vayasha father, is it?
Father of Ved Vyas.
Yes, father of Veda Vyas. Okay, very nice. Okay, so I want to bring your attention to this word, yeah. Opulent. So since we have covered this in detail when we did Who is God, so I can't go into all. But one thing I want to highlight here about this opulence, why it is so great that Krishna has so much opulence, and our whatever that we give cannot be equivalent to that, not even come close to that. Okay, so one example is how Lord Brahma glorified Krishna. He used one example to indicate the amount of opulence that Krishna had. Does anyone know? I think probably I can ask Yashoda Priya Mataji. Mataji, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know what Lord Brahma used to describe the amount of opulence? How, to show that how rich he is. He's
Excuse me, Mataji, did he say Brahma Jodi?
No. Lord Brahma will glorify Krishna in this book called Brahma Samhita. It's a prayer, okay, a garland of prayers. So in that one verse, Lord Brahma will indicate something. He will say something to indicate how rich is Krishna. He's actually being served by somebody. That be. He's actually serving him.
Unlimited.
Okay. So I'm going to a very basic question, general question. Who do we run after to get money?
Sorry, Mataji, is it like thousands and thousands of goddess of fortune that will be serving him in Brahma Samhita?
Correct. So thank you, Mataji. So I was just trying to ask a general question. Who do we run after to go for money or wealth? Okay, some people better knowledge, they know wealth is just not money. Wealth could be, how many wealth is there, Prabhu? Saram Prabhu? 16, right? How do you? 16, right? 16?
Yes.
16. So that 16 is not all about money, isn't it? Other things.
Yeah, it's not about money.
Yes, right. And to get that 16, it's called, how do you translate Selvam? Well, 16 kind of wealth also we run after Goddess Lakshmi. But here, Lord Brahma is describing this. He served with great reverence and affection by hundreds of thousands of Lakshmis. We are running after one wealth, running after one Lakshmi. But there, hundreds of thousands of Lakshmi serving Krishna. So we want to run after Lakshmi, or we want to run to the master of the goddess of fortunes. Okay? So running after, and he has this much of a goddess of fortune serving his lotus feet, can our the most opulent and elaborate offering come close to what goddess Lakshmi is doing for Krishna? Definitely cannot. It's never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. Krishna is so huge. Even if you want to dress him, the universal form, he even as a Vamana, he measured the entire creation. How can we possibly have that much cloth to dress him? He cannot find that much of that meters long. We cannot find. All right, but he graciously, magnanimously appeared in small form, in deity forms. Okay, there are only certain approved material that you can make the deity from. Vigraha. We don't call them doll or statue. We call them vigraha. So we call deity in English or vigraha in Sanskrit. All right. So he graciously appeared in a form that is conceivable for us to stitch and dress him up, put ornaments on him, because you gather all the jewelries in the world and you want to dress him up, really not possible. Okay, so he's giving us chance. Okay, you want to show your love? Okay, you can show your love by dressing me, by decorating me, by painting me, by putting different flowers on me. So he's giving us the chance. Okay, us remember his opulence. One example, one instance is what Lord Brahma mentioned here. He's being served by hundreds of thousands of Lakshmi. Okay. So I just want to bring attention to this one, the highlighted. Okay. Now, having said that, so we don't have to have material qualification. Okay, we don't have to be expert cook. So what do we need then? What do we need then? What is the qualifications for offering? Mataji, just now you see we don't have to have any prerequisites or anything basic to offer. Now you are saying we need qualifications? Do you think we need qualifications? Qualification could that be? Just now I say you don't have to have anything. Now I say you need to have this qualification. What is that?
Love and devotion.
Yeah, the only qualification is this, love. All right. And because why? Because he receives simple things when offered with love. Okay, so when you love someone, what do you give them? You give something that they like. Okay, you want to give, sometimes a kid might just pluck one flower and give you. You know, how precious is that? Because the thought that counts. Okay, so now, and here Krishna already mentioned, we don't have to do so much of research to find out what Krishna likes. Okay, Mataji said we must give people things that they like. So now I want to give Krishna what he likes, but I want to know what he likes. But Krishna already said, you can offer me these 4 things: leaf, flower, fruit, and water. So you don't have to crack your head. Krishna did not mention meat, fish, eggs, all that, right? These are the very simple things that you can get, easily accessible. Okay, and you just have to put some love and give him. He will take that. So we have another story time here. Okay, so this story I will narrate. Okay, there is this temple in Jagannath Puri, Tachaini Mataji. This should excite you because you're going to Jagannath Puri next year. There is a temple called Alarnath. So the deity had a pastime long ago, okay, before the temple became popular. So this is the pastime. So there was this Brahmana named Sri Ketan. Okay, so what he does is every day he prepares food, a wife prepares food, and he offers that to Krishna. Alarnath, his name is Alarnath, and that's how the life has been going on for him. One day he had to go outstation. Okay, so he passed the duty to the son. Okay, son, you have to do your the offering because father won't be around. And here he's mentioning here, make sure you wash your hands and feet before offering. Okay, he's giving step-by-step direction here. Place enough meals before him and pray to the Lord to accept them. Do you understand? You make sure you wash your hand before offering. So the boy also said, yes, father, I will do it. Okay, so the father also went outstation. So the time comes for the boy to offer the food to the Lord. So what happens? He prays. He prayed, oh my Lord, please accept this offering. I'm just a boy and I don't know how to offer it properly. To offer it, he went out to. Then when he came back, of course, obviously the food is still there, right? Because the adults, they know that he doesn't have to really eat, take his hand and put it in the mouth. He doesn't have to eat. Okay, later I will tell you how actually Krishna eats, all right? So he got upset when he saw the food was untouched. He said, oh my Lord, why haven't you eaten? If my father hears of this, he'll be angry with me. Please eat. He will start begging the Lord. Okay. And then he left. He left and came back and he saw the food is still there. All right. And then he started crying. Okay. He went again, he prayed, and then he went. And the third time he came, the plate was empty. So what happened? He got so happy, he took the empty plate, brought it to the mom. So the mother, of course, she will ask, where is Prashadam? All right. And he says, Lord Allah not ate everything. Madhu replied. So for 3 days, this has been going on, and Madhu and family had to fast because whatever the Madhu offered to the Lord ate everything. All right. So one day the father came back. Okay, y'all following the story, yeah? Okay, so next time when the story comes, I will have to ask somebody to narrate, but not like lengthy like this. You know, generally, sometimes you have to bring in some examples so you can remember this story. All right. So when the father came back and the wife told him what happened, right? He offered the food, but the food did not come back. The prasad did not come back. So he got so angry with the boy. He asked, Madhu, what is happening? Where is Alarnath Prashadam? Then Madhu, obviously, he will say, Father, Alarnath ate it up. I did what you taught me. And father could not believe. So he raised his voice. How this can happen? Let me see for myself. So he didn't believe that the Lord could eat. All right. Okay, so what happened is that the next day he asked Madhu to do the offering. So Madhu followed the same procedure, but he doesn't realize that the father was hiding behind the pillar and peeking through. He's seeing what the boy is doing, what is actually happening, who is actually eating the food. Is he his son eating or is giving it to somebody else? All right. And then he saw that Madhu wash his hand. He prayed to the Lord to please have his bhoga. To his surprise, the Lord's hand actually reached out to the food. All right, it was hot food, hot, sweet rice. Okay, so after Madhu prayed and he left, the father was still inside the altar, isn't it? He saw the hand reaching out. And what this Brahmana did, he came out and he grabbed the Lord's hand. Okay, he jumped out from behind the pillar and caught hold of the Lord's arm. And what happened in that process? Because the Lord was already holding the hot sweet rice, it spilled on the Lord's hand and it got scalded. Okay, then the Brahmana says, "Stop! What are you doing? Whoever heard of a deity eating?" He's not actually surprised the Lord is eating, but what he was worried, if you eat that, then how are we going to eat? How are we going to live? His concern was that. So the Lord said, "Oh, materialist in the guise of a Brahmana, I never accept offerings from a faithless person like you, devoid of devotion," because the Brahmana believed that the Lord has actually eaten it. All right. I accepted the offerings of Madhu because he offered them with simplicity and love. Okay, so this is the story of Lord Alarnath. So the temple is in Jagannath Puri. Lord Alarnath with his burnt fingers is actually apparently can be seen. I've been to this temple, but I think because it's far, right? We can't actually see. So you can see on the internet. We'll have the zoom feature, right? And this temple is 25 kilometers from Jagannath Puri, and the deity was built by Lord Brahma himself. So it was brought down and brought down and brought down until it came to this Brahmana's hand. Hold on, the battery is. Hold on. the warning. Okay, I need to finish this class fast because this PC is not charging. Okay, so we will proceed. Okay, we are done with this story. Okay, we will proceed now. Okay, now the question is, okay, oh, hang on again. Yes, not. I can't activate it. Madam Jose. Okay, so I want to bring your attention to the highlighted statement here. Okay, so remember I was telling how actually the Lord will eat if he's not going to reach out with his hand. Okay, is it going to put in his mouth and eat? Right. So the way he does things is explained here. This is also a glorification of Lord Brahma. The way he glorifies is this: each of the limb, right? Each of the limb means the hand, the leg, the eyes, the nose, the mouth, ears of the Lord is a transcendental figure, possesses in himself that he has the full-fledged functions of all the organs. So what is your understanding on this? Kartini Mataji, can you explain this statement? What do you understand from this?
He can simply accept the prasadam by seeing it, smelling it, and using his other sense instead of reaching out to the prasad and eating it. So it's the equivalent of him consuming it.
Right. Thank you, Mataji. So he's not, he doesn't have to eat like us. Okay, he can eat through his eyes. So like that, it's not only about eating. He's all the limbs of Krishna. He can perform all the functions that all the organs and limbs are performing. So which means the eye can do what the ear can do, the eye can do what the mouth can do. Okay, so each of the limbs of that transcendental figure possesses in himself the full-fledged functions of all the organs. So this is a speciality that the Lord Brahma glorified here about Krishna. So this is also very important. How the Lord will eat? This is how. For example, he just has to glance over the food and he accepts it. He just has to glance over the material world and creation starts. Okay, that is how he impregnates the mother nature. Okay, and creations happen. Why he can do this? Okay, this is from Brahma Samhita. Now I'm going to bring another scripture in to show, to substantiate that further. Why? Because he himself is full, absolute. Okay, Om Purnamada Purnamidam. Okay, so this one, can somebody read for us, please? This is like a tongue twister, but from here you will see how Krishna is so complete. Who has not read, would like to read?
I can read, Mataji. Oh, okay, go ahead, Mataji.
No, it's you. Nobody else, I think.
Om Purnam Ada Purnam Idam Purnat Purnam Udachayate Purnasya Purnam Adaya Purnam Eva Vashyate. The personality of Godhead is perfect and complete, and because he is completely perfect, all emanations from him, such as this phenomenal world, and perfectly equipped as complete wholes. Whatever is produced of the complete whole is also complete in itself. Because he is the complete whole, even though so many complete units emanate from him, he remains the complete balance.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. Okay. Who do we have here? Rajat Mataji. What is your understanding of this verse. Perfect, complete whole.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Yeah. I understand that Krishna is the supreme personality of the Godhead. That's why everything is complete in him. That's all, Mataji.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. And this verse is actually showing no matter how many complete units coming out from him, no matter how many units, expansions or creations coming out from him, that units are complete in itself. And no matter how many things that are coming out from him, he remains complete. Okay, so if you take a big cake, you take 1 piece, 2 piece, 3 piece, you are getting a small piece. All right, so that's one. Number two, the big cake is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So there are two parts here that's reducing. But when things coming out from Krishna, that thing is complete. All right, and Krishna always remains complete. So that is why he's able to do this. Okay, so this is talking about his absoluteness, his completeness. All right, so he remains the complete balance. So therefore, in that way, Krishna is merciful. He just has to glance and accept the food we offer, so we don't go hungry. So imagine if all the Lord deity coming on and eating, then we will not have food. Okay, so Krishna is merciful that way. However, we should offer with love and devotion. And we have a couple of stories here, some more. This is Vidura's story. Anybody who wants to narrate this story? Would you like to try? Kartini Mataji, right?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, try your best, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Basically, after the Pandavas, along with their wife, once they have
Mataji, I lost you. Is it my line?
After their exile in Mahabharata, they tried to claim Indraprastha back. Hear me now, Mataji? Now, can everyone hear me?
Yeah, can.
Okay, I think it's my line. Carry on, Mataji.
Okay, so yeah, so they wanted to claim Indraprastha back, but Duryodhana was unwilling to let go, even though it meant war. But Yudhishthira didn't want this war to happen, so he sent Lord Krishna to go to Hastinapur on their behalf as ambassador of peace, and Krishna agreed. Once Krishna reached Hastinapur, many great leaders extended their invitation to ask Krishna to come to their house, and also they lavishly wanted to give him like royal feast and everything. But instead, Krishna chose to go to Vidura's house. Vidura is actually an ultimate devotee of Lord Krishna who follows the righteous path of Dharma, even though he's in the Kuru dynasty. And then Lord Krishna, the moment he arrived into Vidura's house, Vidura wasn't home. But Vidura's wife, she heard Krishna coming, then she saw Krishna coming, then she ran to the Lord and she received him. She was overwhelmed with joy and love when she saw Krishna, because she has been hearing his divine glories and his pastimes. And her worshipable mood of Krishna is like a gopi, like in the mood of gopi. So when she saw him in front, she was totally mesmerized by the Lord himself. And then Krishna invited himself in, then he comfortably sat in the asana, and then he said he was hungry. And since she has not cooked anything that day, she went to the kitchen and she found this bunch of bananas and decided to offer it to Krishna. Because she was so mesmerized and she was so in lost with Krishna himself, she was very unconscious of her surrounding. She picked up the banana, she peeled the skin, and instead of giving the fruit to Krishna, she started giving the banana peels to Krishna to eat, and then threw away the fruit. Krishna, who relishes this type of bhakti, like to one who completely surrendered to him with love, he happily accepted the peel and he was relishing it all the time. And she also continued to give the peel, and the Lord also continued eating it. But by this time, Vidura have gotten information that Lord Krishna has reached his house. So he rushed to his home, and he was stunned to see that his wife was sitting and feeding Krishna the peels of banana instead of the banana, and Krishna was happily eating them all. She was so oblivious to what she was doing. Vidura raised his voice with his wife, and the moment she heard her husband's voice, she came to her senses, and then she realized that all these fruits have been like lying around instead of like peels. So she felt very embarrassed and ashamed. So this time she attentively peeled the fruit and offered the fruit to the Lord, and she threw the peels away. The Lord accepted it, but he nodded his head. He was like dissatisfied with this offering, because he asked Vidura why did he interfere with this divine offering of devotion which was going on. And he said the banana peel was offered in total absolute devotion, which tasted better than the fruit which was offered, which is diverted with mental attention, wasn't that tasteful. So Vidura completely understood the Lord, and Krishna, who's the embodiment of love, seeks love, nothing but love from his devotees. Hare Krishna. Oh, Mataji is not here.
Her battery died.
Oh, no.
Very nice story, Mataji.
Oh, thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Raja Mataji.
Welcome, Mataji.
Hold again until we finish.
Mataji, I already completed the story. I
Thank
didn't
you.
realize you were gone. I'm sorry.
That's okay, but the slide didn't go off, right? Did it?
The slide went off.
Oh, okay, but you continue narrating?
Yes, Mataji, I did.
Oh, thank you so much.
Mataji.
Okay, I hope the recording was continuing. Okay, I'll try to finish it. Okay, so you concluded, right, Mataji? So the idea is here is that Krishna is not bothered whether Vidurani is giving the peel or the fruit, okay? Because he knows that she's giving it out of love and he's accepting it. So in this case, he made an exemption that it's not a leaf, it's not a fruit, it's not a water, it's not leaf, it's the banana peel. So he even accepts that. Okay, so that's one story. Okay, so next is Lord Rama meeting Sabari. Who knows this story?
I don't even know that.
Do you know? Oh, no.
I know, but
Try, Mataji.
I'll try, Mataji.
Just now I got the notification. Okay, Kartini Mataji can.
I think Sabari is a great devotee of Sri Ram, and I think this point of time Ram will go looking for Sita. Like Ram will go looking for Sita, and then some rishi will say that the guru will say that Lord Ram will come to the ashram. So Sabari will be waiting for the Lord. So what she will do every day is she will wake up and she will put a bed of roses as a pathway. So when the Lord comes, he can like walk on the roses. So she will do this day after day, month after month, year after year. But then there's like no sight of Lord Ram. So but she will continue doing this devotional service for him with like full of love. And then all the rishis will be saying like, you know, you don't know when Ram is going to come, like probably he will never come, why are you doing this? But she will still like not give up. And then one day, to her pleasure, Lord Ram will appear there and he will come and then he will bless her and then he will take her as a mata, I think, like a mother thing. Then she will offer her offerings, like she'll cook for him. Then yeah, Mataji, that's the rough idea of the story that I remember of.
Okay, thanks a lot, Mataji. Yes, the part that the Guru told her, you wait, one day Lord Ram will come. Okay, so she will wait, and every day, like Mataji says, she will pluck flowers, decorate, and you know another thing that she will do, she'll pluck berries. She'll pluck fruits, berries, and keep every day. She will do. She will wait for Lord to come, and with by end of the day, when the Lord didn't come, she will give the berries to the children around. Okay, so one day the Lord actually came, finally came. What is it?
You will taste the berries first. To see
Can you
if
tell
it-
what happened? When the Lord comes, what he did?
When the Lord comes,
Louder.
she gives the berries to him, and
How she gave the berries?
with love,
No. What part of the berries she gave?
the sweet one.
So she will actually,
Yes,
will
Mataji, this
taste
part.
Oh,
She will,
that-
yes, she will taste the berry. If the berry is like not sweet, it's sour, then she will throw it away. If the berry is sweet, then she will give it to him. And then Lakshman will get really angry, saying that, why are you eating the remnant saliva of this person? And then he will tell, because she's giving me with pure love and devotion.
Yeah. So at that moment, the Lord didn't see the sabri has actually tasted it, contaminated it, and given. Usually it goes the other way around. The Lord, and then we eat. But in this case, she was totally forgotten of her situation, herself, and she's only concerned about the Lord getting the sweetest of the berries. So that is exceptional. We can't do. So that is exceptional for sabri. She's pure love, like Vidurani, all different. Okay. So this is another story how Krishna is actually seeing the love and devotion behind the offering, not the offering itself. So whatever you give, Krishna will take. Okay, so we're going to run fast. So thank you for the storytelling. What else we have? Oh yeah, okay. So the Lord actually arrived and she gave the tasted berries, beaten berries. Okay, so yeah, see, it's very nice, right? We narrate, take turn. So Krishna is okay. Can we have somebody to read this? These are all like we are reaching the conclusion already. Kachaini Mataji.
No, Mataji, I'm not allowed to look at the screen. I went for surgery, my eye surgery. So
Oh, right. Okay. All right.
the stitches all, yeah.
Okay. Now my Mataji just here.
Okay.
Roja Mataji.
Okay.
Anybody else? Anybody would like to read? Just read because it's 9:30 already.
Okay, Mataji, I read.
Okay.
Hare Krishna. Krishna is self-satisfied and does not need anything, but out of his mercy, he will accept our offering of love and devotion. Krishna's supreme obedience surpasses all description and comparison. Millions of goddesses of fortune serve him in the spiritual realm. He is the supreme controller and the ultimate refugee and the proprietor of everything. Yet, because of his love for his devotees, the all-powerful Lord accepts the loving offerings.
Yes, thank you, Mataji. Okay, so this is including whatever we have discussed earlier, and this is what Param Prabhu actually explained earlier, that we have to do everything as an offering to Krishna. Okay, that one is comes later. So the point here is that the Lord saves us from all kinds of sins because We only eat food that is offered first as sacrifice. Otherwise, we are eating only the sin. Remember the unintentional sin, because the cooking, the breathing, the drinking, the boiling, everything. Okay, right? Okay, so can we have somebody to read this?
I read, Mataji. We can offer all aspects of our life to Krishna, but one of the most important and practical offerings is food. Eating food without first offering it to the Lord increases our material entanglement and our false identity as the enjoyers of our senses. Our senses are meant to serve Krishna, who is known as Krishna, the master of the senses, the ultimate enjoyer. By offering tasty vegetarian dishes for Krishna's pleasure, we will only avoid sinful reactions, but also make spiritual progress toward pure devotion.
All right, thank you, Mataji. So these are a few important points why the offer be done and what is the benefit of it. Okay, so if we don't offer, we are going to get more material entanglement and we are going to get false identity because we think that it's done only for our enjoyment. But we need to remember the ultimate enjoyer is not us, the master of the senses, who is Rishikesha. Okay. And the benefit is it's not only avoiding sinful reactions, okay, because we know from the beginning of this topic, we are talking about, we are trying to avoid sinful reactions. But the side effect is also that we will make spiritual progress if we do this, doing everything in sacrifice to Krishna. Okay, so always remember the most important ingredient in offering is Bhakti, okay, not the opulence. And giving and accepting food in nectar of instruction is given as one of the 6 symptoms of love shared by one devotee and another. Okay, so if you notice, if you cook and give people, and when people cook and give you, okay, you serve each other, that is one of the 6 loving exchanges. So this is mentioned in nectar of instruction. So this is encouraged. So how do we practically apply? I have given some prayers here. There's some prayers here. You have to chant Prabhupada mantra 3 times. After that, there is a mantra for Lord Chaitanya. You have to recite 3 times. And then mantra to Lord Krishna 3 times. So we don't have time to go through all this. Finally, you end with Hare Krishna Hare Maha Mantra. Okay, so you chant this by ringing bell. You put the plate on the altar, you ring the bell, you chant these prayers, and then you pray to Krishna. Actually, we can't offer things directly to Krishna. We have to offer to our Guru, ask our Guru to offer to Srila Prabhupada, and Srila Prabhupada will ask his Guru, and his Guru will ask his Guru. So like this, through the Guru Parampara, the devotees will offer to Krishna, because we do not have the qualification to directly offer to Krishna. So we are relying on the mercy of our Guru Parampara. So this is why it is important that we get ourselves connected to Guru Parampara through initiation. Okay, so until we get initiation, Srila Prabhupada will be our. Okay, so I hope you can apply this. Okay, I wish we can, interact, but my battery is dying. My daughter is holding the cable because otherwise the cable is not charging. Okay, so the conclusion is what we learned today is the importance of offering, and we learned the process of offering. So this part here, I actually have to run through it due to time constraints. So please read the PDF. Okay, any questions, please ask me. Okay, so we will skip this. I want to just show you one video of Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada is talking about Madan Mohan deity and the relationship between Madan Mohan deity and devotee Sanatana Goswami. Okay.
There is a Banshidas Babaji Maharaj. He was talking with his
Mataji, went here.
There is a Banshidas Babaji Maharaj. He was talking with his deity. Krishna, just like Madan. He was talking with Sanatana Goswami. Madan Mohan, Sanatana Goswami at that time had no temple. he was hanging his ditty on the tree. Madan Man was talking, he thinks, Sanatan, you are bringing all these dry chapatis and it is stale and you don't give me even little salt. How can I eat? Sanatana Goswami says, sir, where shall I go? Whatever I get, I offer you. You kindly accept. I cannot move, old man. So Krishna had to eat that. Because the bhakta is offering, he cannot refuse. Jimang bhaktya prajach. The real thing is bhakti. What you can offer to Krishna, everything belongs to Krishna. What you have got, what is your value? And what is the value of your things? It is nothing. Therefore, the real thing is bhaktya. Real thing is your feeling. Krishna, kindly take it. I have no qualification. I am most rotten fallen. But I have brought this thing for you. Please say. This will be accepted. Don't be perturbed. Always be careful. You are dealing with Krishna. That is my request. Thank you very much.
Okay. So that's about it. Bye. Phew, Johnny finally managed to survive without the laptop dying. Any questions? I am so sorry I had to run through the last parts because we have a lot of stories. So please go through the PDF that I'm going to share and ask me any questions. I hope you all have started somehow or other to some extent started offering something at home, whether it's a flower or water, mango, fruits, milk, something. Maybe you can at least start one particular day from a week or on Ekadasi days, something like that. Okay, it's always a progress. Okay, so thank you so much for all our storytellers today. Vasiki Mataji, Karpini Mataji, all of you have shared a lot of things today. So thank you, everyone. I have PC problems, so I don't know when I can convert this to PDF and upload the video. So please bear with me. I think tomorrow I have to take my laptop to the shop. So it's all the shortcomings today.
Thank you, Mataji, for the class, even though you had so much of trouble from your end.
Yeah,
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you. Holding the cable.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.